Welcome to the Los Angeles Convention Center in downtown LA. This is a special show from LA Comic-Con, the biggest and best multimedia pop culture event annually held here in LA. Over 40,000 people attend daily. Last night, history was made. For the first time ever, Premier World Championship Wrestling of WOW was presented here in the LA Convention Center. It was an attraction everyone at LA Comic-Con enjoyed. And fans, we are bringing you clips of what took place here in LA Comic-Con's event center last night that include 2 championship matches, the Tag Team Championship and the Gauntlet match to decide the new WOW World Champion. Last night, our field reporter, Mela Haynau, was on the floor for the electric night of activities.
Hey, it's Mela here on the floor of the LA Convention Center in Comic-Con, and I'm with Anthony. Anthony, what are you excited the most in Comic-Con?
I'm the most excited about the Women of Wrestling event.
I love the wrestling. I love the characters' stories. Man, I'm just like, I'm starstruck.
It's one of the best days of my life.
Who do you want to see?
Chainsaw.
Kandi Krush, of course, Kandi Krush.
I want to see the Sweet Heat win. I just want to see them chop people, suplex them. I want to see the passion. It's pretty cool. I'm excited.
I'm excited to see the pile drives. I'm excited to see people get thrown against the walls. I want to see it. I want to see buff women throwing each other around looking hot. That's exactly what I want to see.
Are you Team Coach and Rara or Miami Sweet Heat?
Stop you there. Coach, baby!
Coach is number 1.
Boom! Look who I just found in the floor of Comic-Con. I'm impressed, and I want to ask you, Coach, what are your chances to get this match?
I'm gonna win because that's what Coach does. I'm a champion, and I'm gonna remain a champion. One more thing. Coach rule number 534. Style. Sneakers don't go with this dress. You're welcome.
Thank you, Mela. Now, fans, the first match of tonight will be a Tag Team Championship rematch between Randy Rara and Coach Campanelli versus Miami Sweet Heat. For those of you who might not remember, here is quite possible the biggest upset in recent WOW history. Randy Rara and Coach Campanelli surprising Lindsay and Lori Carlson with a bevy of maneuvers as well as planned counterattack. Their training, which included this old school yard trick, proved to be too much, leaving Miami's Sweet Heat and Lana Starr in shock as the new tag team champions became Coach Campanelli and the cheerleader Randy Rara. Tonight, Miami Sweet Heat gets a chance at redemption against Coach and Rara. Steven, what else do we have on this special edition of WOW?
To settle her revenge over the destroyed, treasured boxing gloves given to her by her late grandmother earlier this week, WOW superhero Kandi Krush was forced to enter the 17th door House of Horror. You will witness the levels of depravity Kandi Krush had to endure and the shocking surprise at the end of her horrific experience, and then the match Kandi Krush versus Chainsaw. Although her hand was raised in victory, following the match, the Beast was taken to the hospital, where we learned the ankle break would result in the Beast being out of action for 7 to 8 weeks.
It's about 2 a.m. in the morning, and the Beast ankle is broken.
After weeks of healing, and immediately upon learning of the doctor's clearance, the Beast let WOW matchmaker David McClay know she was coming back to the ring by tossing aside her crutches.
What? The Beast is back.
However, before she could be back in the ring, in the shadows of a dark alley, when leaving the WOW venue, the Beast was attacked by an unknown assailant. This cowardly act resulted in the Beast's right leg's tibia bone being broken and her returning to the WOW ring weeks later, only to make a disheartening announcement.
I don't know when I can come back. So that means I can't defend this title anymore.
You're relinquishing the World Championship title?
So with a championship belt in his hands but no champion, David McLean made the announcement.
We've decided to have a gauntlet match. The first time in the history of WoW. It's going to be special.
Tonight, in this episode of WoW, we will see who wins the gauntlet match and becomes the new WoW World Champion.
As you can see, fans, it's a fully jam-packed night of action, so stay tuned because the Tag Team Championship match is on the line. Who will win it? We'll find out.
We all know everyone doubted us before we beat Miami Sweet Heat for the Tag Team Championships. Well, that is everyone except for us, of course. Because it's like Coach always says, you gotta believe in yourself to be a champion. Well, I mean, she says you gotta believe in Coach to be a champion. I knew what you meant.
The moment I saw Randy, I knew she had raw talent, and I knew I was gonna coach her to greatness. Now don't get me wrong, Miami's Sweet Heat, they have talent. I've watched the tape. Clearly they're in sync. They've been together since the womb. But as soon as that whistle blows, As soon as that bell blows, bottom line is, Randy and I are winners. That's what I was born to do, and that's what I was born to coach other people to do. And tonight, we are gonna win to keep these tag team belts around our waists.
That's right. Go team!
You're welcome.
Go team!
Introducing first, the challengers from the Magic City of Miami and accompanied by their manager, the fabulous Lana Star, lovely Lori, and luscious Lindsay Carlson, Miami Sweetie!
Here they come, the former champions, into the ring led by the fabulous one, Steven.
Can you believe Lindsay and Lori Carlson sold their soul to Lana Star just to win the World Tag Team titles? And it was all for nothing, because right now, Coach Campanelli, Randy Rara, we just saw them. They are the current Tag Team Champions of WoW. Lori and Lindsay are coming in here as challengers.
And their opponents, from San Francisco, California, and the state of Florida, our current champions, Coach Campanelli and Randy Rara!
Randy Rara and the coach, coast to coast, one from San Francisco, one from Florida.
Can you believe
They are, Steven, the Tag Team Champions.
I'm still in disbelief. We called it a major upset. When Coach Campanelli and Randy Rara won the titles from Lori and Lindsay, no one could believe it. Fans in the arena were incredulous. You and I were at ringside. We were in utter disbelief. But Coach, Randy Rara, here they are, World Tag Team Champions of WoW, and LA Comic-Con is where they are making their defense against the former champions, Lori and Lindsay, and of course, Lana Star in tow.
Well, I gotta tell you, a lot of the fans on social media did not agree with you and I, Steven, and the fans at the fabulous venue in Los Angeles when they won. They didn't think it was an upset. They think Randy Rara's really got the chops as a great wrestler, and Coach, a newcomer to professional wrestling with WoW, is really skilled. And here they go!
Lindsay and Lori were on the offense as this match got underway. Lori and Lindsay looking at each other, tossing Coach and Randy, but look at that athleticism. Into the corner, Randy Rara hammering away at Lindsay. The twins be in the middle.
As you can see, fans, there's not a place to stand at this place. It's packed last night at the LA Convention Center to see this action. This is the action that took place last evening in front of I don't know how many people. It was packed. You couldn't move through the crowd. They had to arrange for the wrestlers to come through from the outside of the building because they couldn't make it to the ring. So it was a great evening. The Carlsons are here. Coach is down on the mat. Look at that, Steven. Right up she goes.
Lori Carlson
Snapmare.
flipped out of the snapmare. Coach against the ropes. Coach using the boot to hoist herself up. Drop kick, taking Lori down. Coach going for the cover. 1, 2. 2, kick out by Lori Carlson.
She goes for a fast cover. They're not wasting time. They want those championship belts to remain around their waist.
That's right. They don't ask how you win it. They ask how many times you won it. Coach and Randy, double team here. Russian leg sweep STO combo. Randy into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. Lori Carlson still fighting back in this one. You've got to believe with Lana Starr at ringside, Lori and Lindsay want to impress Lana and show that Randy and Coach winning was a fluke. Randy sidesteps Lori. What's she going for here? Schoolboy roll-up. 1, 2, kick out by Lori.
Both Coach and Randy going for fast pins.
That's how you win these. Randy Rara reversing, Lori reversing it too. Short arm, throwing Randy into the corner. Tag is made. Lori Carlson tagging her sister Lindsay into the match. What are they thinking here? Randy backflips out of the suplex attempt. Dropkick taking down both twins. Randy back into the cover. 1. Oh, rope break.
That's that skill set that the fans on social media were saying Randy Rara's a skilled wrestler. Don't doubt that she's a champion.
That's right. The fans watching all over the world, TikTok, Instagram, it doesn't matter. They are seeing the athleticism like we're seeing right now. Randy into another beautiful cover. Lindsay reversing it into that Oklahoma roll style cover. Kick out by Randy Rara. Lindsay Carlson on the offensive here. Like I said, Lana Starr at ringside. She's got to be putting a lot of pressure on Lindsay and Lori to regain these championships. And Randy Rara reversing, fighting out of Lindsay's offense here. Lindsay, the larger competitor. How's Randy going to fight out of this one? Lindsay ducks through the ropes, and Lori with a little bit of an unfair advantage there for her team. Clothesline taking down Randy Rara into the cover. 1, 2, kick out by Randy Rara.
That was a hard clothesline, and Lana Starr thought she had the pin right there. A little bit disgusted on the outside, the fabulous one. You know, this match, I'm not sure the number, but this was later in the evening last night, so these fans had been standing for some hours before this match hit the ring.
A testimony to how much they love the WoW superheroes and WoW in-ring action. Lori Carlson dropping Randy Rara, going into the cover. 1, 2, kick out by Randy Rara. Lori Carlson beside herself. She thought she had Randy Rara put away with that maneuver. And dragging Randy over to the corner with her sister Lindsay there. Snapmare out of the corner. Lori Carlson, what's she thinking here? Flipping neck breaker.
Lori's in now, takes down Rara, goes for the pin, but the referee is over with Coach Campanelli, who was knocked off the mat earlier. 1, 2.
The referee's distraction was all Randy Rara needed to gain her breath and kick out of that pinfall attempt. Now, Lindsay Carlson on the offensive. What is she thinking here? Just throwing Randy Rara around like a rag doll at the center of the mat. Coach Campanelli begging, champing at the bit to get into this contest. Elbows to the midsection. Randy Rara fighting back. There's that indomitable spirit we talk about all the time. The fans have seen worldwide. They love Randy Rara. Lindsay into the cover. 1, kick out. Not even a 2 count.
Usually, Steven, during these tag team matches, I don't see this, that both sides are going for fast pins. I don't see that usually. There's a wearing down of the opponents typically. But both teams have a strategy. If the pin is there, let's try to get it immediately.
Well, David, one thing I think we're seeing here is the fact that these teams have become familiar with each other. This is not the first time the Twins and Randy Rara and Coach Campanelli have faced off. They're learning each other, and they're trying to put each other away because they know what the other team is capable of.
Well, there's one thing that was learned. Lana Starr took advantage of an opportunity of Rara over the second rope as Lori backed off and took the ref with him, and Lana Starr again just pulling. It's like a boxer when they're on top of you, they're leaning on you, they're taking your energy away. And Lana does that frequently, giving her team an advantage, if you will.
Lana is one of the best cornermen since Rocky had Mick. There is no doubt about that. Randy Rara slamming, jamming, Lori into the top. Turnbuckle, Randy roll through. Coach Campanelli coming in. House of Fire. What's she thinking here? Double clothesline, taking down both twins. Randy Rara, Coach Campanelli gaining control of this match. Meeting of the minds in the center of the ring. My goodness.
Luscious and lovely, both down and now. Lori, down. No pin, though.
Coach is fired up. Swinging neck breaker. Coach going for Lindsay. Hits the ropes. Axe axe handle to the chest, taking her down into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. Oh my goodness. Coach Campanelli, she thought she had retained the tag team titles for her team here. Bringing Lindsay up into the fireman's carry. What's she got in mind? Airplane spin, ode to Roddy Piper.
I always wonder about that, though. Doesn't it mess with both of your brains as you're spinning and spinning?
You would think so. Coach, she's got Randy on the top rope. Assisted senton bomb. But the referee's distracted with the fabulous one. Coach Campanelli trying to get the referee's attention, but Lori takes advantage of the momentary distraction.
Ooh,
DDT,
my.
DDT. The DDT taking down Randy Rara, Lindsay into the cover, and there's the 3 count. My goodness, what? No!
Here's the new wow.
There you see it, fans. The 3 count as the ref turned his back. Lana Starr assisting in the victory.
Introducing first, from Kingsland, Texas, and accompanied by her little sister Angelica Dante, Chainsaw!
Well, you can hear the chainsaw being ripped from the cord as they make their way through to the ring, Steven.
Chainsaw and Angelica Dante fit right in with everybody here at LA Comic-Con. I don't know if it was cosplay or what, but Chainsaw and Angelica Dante had quite a crowd while we were out at LA Comic-Con.
They took to him. Many people like Chainsaw. They weren't aware of what she's done to those gloves and the mind games that Angelica has played
And
with
her
Kandi
opponent,
Krush.
from St. Paul, Minnesota, Kandi Krush!
Krush making a beeline for the ring. She's not waiting. She wants to fight Chainsaw. She wants to end this once and for all. Hits the ropes. Clothesline by Chainsaw's duck. Fez press. Fez press. Kandi
No
Krush.
waiting around here. Just jamming away. This is the last step, according to this little sister, Angelica Dante there, that Krush has to go through. After this, I believe she's going to get the gloves and the answer she wants.
Yeah, but you can never trust Angelica Dante or Siren the Voodoo Doll. They talk out of both sides of their mouth. It's all about mind games and intimidation tactics. Kandi Krush, she might get her gloves, she might not get her gloves. Who knows, David?
What's interesting is Siren the Voodoo Doll is not here. It's all Angelica Dante now. She is the one behind all the manipulation. There she is, the little sister. We all forgot about her, really, Steven.
Yeah, Angelica Dante, she was missing for quite some time, but it turns out she was just pulling the strings behind the scenes. Kandi Krush goes up for the crucifix pin, but Chainsaw's too big. She's not going to take her down with a crucifix pin attempt. Now she's going for a sunset flip. Again.
That's dangerous now. What happens if she just sits on her?
There you go. Could you imagine if Krush was on the receiving end of that?
Her head would have been crushed.
Kandi Krush using the moment to catch her breath. Kick to the midsection. Stunner! 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 That move made famous by WoW Zone Selena Majors, the real deal. Into the cover. 1, 2. Wait a minute. Referee waving it off. Angelica Dante.
Angelica, what happened there? She got Chainsaw out of that.
I don't know how she manipulated that.
These are the highlights from last night's event at LA Comic-Con in Los Angeles downtown. First time ever live professional wrestling at a Comic-Con event here. It was big time. You could see the crowd just packed around the ring. There wasn't a place to stand.
Kandi Krush now getting choked in the corner by Chainsaw. The fans that were in attendance yesterday were treated to something they've never seen before. Could you imagine your first wrestling experience and you're seeing Chainsaw of all people?
Yeah, I didn't think about that either, Steven. You're right. And a lot of kids there with their parents for Comic-Con, and they're being exposed to the WoW superheroes. What a sight to see this Chainsaw in action.
Chainsaw and Kandi Krush here in one-on-one action at LA Comic-Con. Kandi Krush down in the corner, her lower back hitting that turnbuckle. You see her taking care of it, but Chainsaw went in for the cannonball. Krush had it well scouted and ducked right out of the ring.
One of our fans, I know that fan, she drives all the way up from San Diego.
That's Miss Minga. I've had a chance to talk to her before. She's a lovely woman and a huge fan of the WoW superheroes. Jamming Kandi Krush into that hard part of the mat there, that canvas.
For you not familiar with LA, that means Miss Minga drove up 3-4 hours from San Diego to this event.
Kandi Krush trying to block Chainsaw's offense here. Elbow to the midsection. Now putting the elbows to Chainsaw. Chainsaw's out on her feet. Kandi Krush gets her back into the ring. That's where you win the matches, folks. Krush has had control of Chainsaw. We can't say that too often. Chainsaw throwing some wild haymakers there. But let's not forget, Kandi Krush is the true striker of WoW as she hits the ropes with that beautiful European uppercut.
But last time she did that uppercut when she came off the ropes, it didn't work. There it is again!
She got it! She got it! She got Chainsaw right in the mush! 1, 2, 3! That's all she wrote! Kandi Krush! Kandi Krush victorious!
You're winning! She defeats Chainsaw, and now she's gonna want some answers. And
Hafade, it's Tiki tomorrow, and guess what? I'm in the Gauntlet match. I bet you didn't expect that, which is okay because everyone thinks I'm an underdog. But what happens at the end of an underdog story? I'm super proud for this opportunity and excited because not only do I get to represent the people from Guam, I get to represent all island girls and show them that being a WoW superhero is awesome. So you better stay tuned because I might be walking out with that championship belt.
I'll do anything, and I'll do everything, because where I come from, I'm not used to seeing people with gold wrapped around their waist. I'm not used to seeing people with gold wrapped around their shoulders. But tonight, I changed that narrative. Hoy, yo cambio la historia. All that changes when I am announced as the new Women's World Wrestling Champion of WoW. Vivian Rivera.
We are joining this gauntlet match in progress due to our desire to provide you the ending in relationship to our TV time. Rena Del Rey, Princess Aussie, and Wrecking Ball have all gone after each other in the first minute of this matchup. Their anger resulted in all three being eliminated at the same time, followed immediately by Jesse Jones being eliminated. Now, remaining in the ring for our telecast are Crystal Waters, Vivian Rivera, Robbie Rocket, Tiki Chamara, who got in by taking the place of Leah Makoa, Foxy Fierce, and last but not least, the wild card, Penelope Pink.
Penelope Pink making the most of that wild card opportunity. She's still alive in this match as she's got Foxy Fierce right there. Let's not forget, you can be eliminated by going over the top rope and having your feet touch the floor.
But she couldn't get Foxy over there. Foxy just hung on to that third rope and didn't fly over.
That's utter tenacity by Foxy Fierce. Robbie Rocket going for the pinfall on Crystal Waters. 1, 2, 3.
Crystal Waters was out. Tiki sending Penelope Pink over the third rope.
Is Penelope next to be eliminated? Vivian Rivera, Tiki Chamorro, and then we see Foxy with Robbie Rocket into the cover. Shoulders down, no.
Penelope went over the rope, but not onto the floor. The Rocket takes down Foxy.
Crystal Waters has been eliminated.
Penelope Pink is back in the match. Knee to Robbie Rocket.
Crystal Waters was eliminated, Steven.
Yep.
Now Penelope's back in. She tosses the Rocket, but the Rocket's still on the apron.
Robbie Rocket jumping in from the second rope with a code breaker. These women do not want to let this opportunity go. The World Championship means everything to the WoW superheroes.
Vivian Rivera tossed through the second rope by Tiki, but you got to go over the third rope to be eliminated.
Those are the rules in the Gauntlet match, as we stated at the beginning of the contest. Here's Robbie Rocket, went for the boot. Tiki, she's got her up. Tiki tomorrow just eliminated Robbie Rocket.
Robbie Rocket's feet hit the floor, and she is eliminated. Now Tiki's in trouble.
We are down to our final four. Tiki Chamorro, Vivian Rivera, Penelope Pink, and Foxy Fierce. Who will be the new WoW World Champion? Vivian just sent Tiki down to the mat. She's going in for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Tiki's gone. We're down to our last three.
Tiki Chamorro has been eliminated.
And if you get get pinned, you were also eliminated in this gauntlet match, fans. We want to make that note, so Tiki is out officially.
Pinfall, submission, or going over the top rope with both feet hitting the floor. Those are the rules of the WoW Championship Gauntlet match.
Now, one of these three are going to become the new WoW World Champion. The Beast relinquishing that title due to her injury, and one of these three are going to become the WoW New World Champion.
And David, let's point out that these are all newcomers to WoW. What an opportunity. We are guaranteed to have a new World Champion, and one of these women in their first year in WoW could be the new WoW World Champion.
Penelope Pink, Foxy Fierce, and Vivian Rivera.
Drop kick, sending Vivian into the ropes. Vivian is not where you want to be in the gauntlet match where you can be eliminated by going over the ropes, and that's what I'm talking about. Foxy Fierce is fighting to send Vivian over the rope. Vivian Rivera is out.
Vivian Rivera has been eliminated.
The final two, Foxy Fierce and Penelope Pink. What do you think, fans?
I think the fans are firmly behind Foxy Fierce. No one wants to see Penelope Pink.
Here it is.
No, come on. Roll through by Foxy Fierce. She goes in. Penelope sends her over the top rope, but she's not eliminated. You gotta have the feet touch the floor. Foxy Fierce.
Nice kick.
Beautiful quad kick on the outside.
By Foxy.
Foxy Fierce going to that top rope.
I don't know if she should risk this in this type of a match.
Crossbody.
She does it, and she's successful.
2, 3. Was that 3? Was that 3?
Referee said no. You could have heard a roar erupt through the LA Convention Center with Foxy Fierce winning.
And Penelope Pink, she's got Foxy Fierce by the neck. Devious plan in mind. Flipping neck breaker. Foxy's down. No, you can't be telling me. Penelope Pink just got the 3 count.
The winner and the new WoW
The 3 count
World
happened.
Champion
Everybody
is
looks stunned, Steven. No one's applauding in the arena. Penelope Pink even looks a bit stunned.